51 through 53, it says, in these strange and unsettling words, Jesus revealed that his coming often results in conflict because he demands a response. Families may be split apart when some choose to follow him and others refuse to do so. Jesus allows no middle ground. He demands loyalty and commitment, sometimes to the point of severing other relationships. Are you willing to risk your family's disapproval in order to follow the Lord? Are you willing to go through whatever it takes, even when people are trying to convince you that what you are doing is wrong or you're changing? Even with yourself, are you willing to risk it all in losing opportunities? Are you willing to risk it all and losing the family that you're building, the relationship, the spouse that you're seeing that it is no good? Are you really, really, really willing to risk it all, no matter the cost? Or will you stay in comfort? And then as you're healing and you're truly walking with God, I'm going to do whatever it takes, even by us. And like, I love how God put these two messages on me today, because they do go hand in hand together, because that's even a reflection with us. Like, when God is teaching us and building us up, we have to do a constant self-check every season. Am I still following God? Am I still on his firm foundation? Did anywhere I go a path and start doing my own thing, am I still willing to like stand on his firm foundation and slow myself down? If I see myself, hey, okay, I got in the way of this, can I slow myself down? Be honest. It's all about being honest when you're walking with God. Like, God's going to forgive us. God's still going to give us mercy and grace. But when you stay in a place of not choosing him, and you see that what God started blessing you with, now you're taking control over it, because what God gives, God can't take away. So God will make sure you don't have that. God will make sure that it starts falling off. So in order to keep the things that God is giving us, we have to have his firm foundation. Even if it comes with separating families and relationships and friendships. And when it comes down to our family, know your kids that want God and know your kids that don't want God, and be okay with it. And everybody's journey isn't the same. God says, even train your child in the way that is right in Proverbs, that you teach every child. But listen, the way that they choose to go, because whatever spirit's on them, whatever is influencing them, like, you got to be okay. You know what? As a praying mama, like, I got to, like, hey, I know I can't preach to my son in this season. I know I can't be this to my daughter in this season. So therefore, as long as I'm praying, because there's nothing like a praying mama. There's nothing like a praying daddy. Like, you have to stay grounded in the word. Like, God, listen, whatever's influencing them, there's going to be conflict. There's going to be things that come up. They're going to start, as they get older, they're going to start feeling themselves. There's going to be things that, as they're maturing, but you as the adult know to stay in control, to be patient, to understand that there's long suffering, even if it comes from your children. Knowing when to, hey, you know what? This is not my battle. This is God's battle. God, listen, I'm giving your son and your daughter back to you. So in this season, can we be okay with the dividing? As I'm searching for God, as I'm walking with God, as you're walking with God, even when y'all just start, whatever God breaks up and separate, he's even showing you, listen, while you want me, these people, they talk about me, but the difference is they talk about me. You're trying to walk with me. You're trying to risk it all. You're trying to live the holy life. You're trying to live the life and follow my instructions. And if they choose not to, it's one thing about talking about God, but it's one thing actually walking with him, walking down that narrow path. So will you be the one to walk it? Will you be the one to stay in it no matter what, even if you do have shortcomings, even when things do happen in life, when life situations and circumstances start happening and life starts lifing, death comes upon, thoughts come upon, and ways that get in the way, and life gets busy. Will you stop yourself and say, you know what sacrifices do I need to make in this season? Because in order for God to get our attention when we fall apart, God is going to shake some things up. And it's also realizing and going to the root of things as well. That's why I love Mark 9, because even in Mark 9 it says, when one of the men in the crowd spoke up and was like, how are you talking to God? God, I'm coming to you. I need you to heal me. I need you to handle my children. I need you to handle my husband. I need you to handle my wife. I need you to handle, the things at the job. Instead of complaining about it. No. He said, teacher, I brought my son so you could heal him. Okay? I heard about you. I've walked with you. God, I'm not coming to talk. I'm coming. See, these people can't do it. So God, listen, men have shortcomings. We have shortcomings. But when we walk with God and we are overcoming and we're being the first to do it, which is scary and it's confusing and we don't understand everything. Like, as you walk with God, we don't understand everything at once, but the more you walk with God, we will start having understanding. And this is where I think it's John 17. You don't understand now, but eventually you will. When you go through things, let me say this right. When you go through things and you start paying attention to the things that people didn't notice in you, so people thought you just acting out, because people could just like, oh no, that child is bad. But what's the example in that child's life? What is the root of the issue of why that child is? Because when your child is acting out, it's not always because they're being bad. It's because, for one, when things happen, kids react in different ways, that whether it's going to silence them if they have parents that they can't go to, who's influencing them, who's talking to them, what type of advice that they are getting. So as a child, God had me go back, like, okay, when I was walking with him, like, the root of the issue is like no one paid attention to you. Everybody called you, your daddy called you a liar. They started pouring the negative into you, so it made everybody else have a perspective of you that you were not. So when you got touched, you started acting out, you started changing. It changes you, and those spirits, because now as an adult we have to think spiritually. Am I truly healing? As a parent, ask yourself, am I truly healing, or are you still passing down dysfunction? When you're healing, now you're paying attention to the root of things. Now that I know she's been touched, what are things that nobody paid attention to in me, of the things that started changing me? So now as an adult, you'll look in your family when God is shaking things up. Okay, what's going on? What do I need to slow down? My kids are acting up. Sometimes they're not acting up just to act up. They're acting up because something is going on inside of them as they're growing and maturing. Most of them going through puberty stages. They have the wrong crowds around them. Y'all need to start paying attention to the things that I noticed as well is that my daughter started lying lately. So it's just like, and when I ask her questions, it's like she doesn't know. So I'm paying attention to her, and it's like she does things and don't even realize she's doing it. And I asked her, like, literally why sometimes I catch her, but sometimes I'm like, okay, she's starting to lie. Then she's like, oh, I don't know, or she don't remember, and she has to think about it. And then it's like, okay, God had to show me, like, okay, these are spirits. These are spirits. So let her know, speak to her. But then also, like Colossians 3:20, like, don't crush your spirit in the process. So as if you're getting on them and you're disciplining them and whooping them, like, make sure that we as parents, we're not doing what our parents did. And lately, like, I had to watch the way that I whoop them and the things that how it comes out. And just because we're getting frustrated and when you're carrying so much, like, you're not going back into those old patterns. I had to tell myself that, like, you're not going back into those old patterns of how you with them and how you just go off, because I seen like things that the enemy was trying to do with using just my little one to like frustrate me with the things that she do, the lying, and how she'll just start like acting out. So it's just like, okay, devil, we not going back to those old habits. So did I change? Am I paying attention? Am I identifying things? Because my children will not be stuck because I'm choosing not to heal. How dare me not to heal? Like, I refuse for my children to grow up the way that and go through the things that I did because I'm choosing not to heal. So as a parent, ask yourself, am I healing or am I passing down dysfunction? We have to get to the root of it, because my child will not be stuck as a child. And are you staying in lust? Are you staying in addiction? Are you staying being a drunk, sober? Are you staying in comfort? Ask yourself, whatever it is that you're going through, am I staying in sin? Because that's going to keep you away from God and separate yourself from God, and it equals to death. So therefore, like, what is the example that your children are seeing? What is the example that you are becoming? So these two, for me, it goes together, because right now I feel like God is in a season of shaking up your homes to get your attention, to slow you down from work. Am I getting too busy in work? Am I not, like, and that's the thing. And I think like a little bit lately too, because I've been trying, like, with everything that's going on, my life is starting to get a little bit busier, and it's like, okay, what's, like, God, like, I had to tell my dispatcher, hey, I gotta, and I watch people's reaction. It seemed like he kind of a little bit sad, but he was like, you know what, anything for you. I gotta slow myself down, because God taught me in a way that everything that I do has to be off this firm foundation. I need to be in the right place when He needs me. I gotta stay focused, and I'm not even gonna lie, like, I downloaded the app Creed. If y'all do not have that app, get that app, because it's helping me to, like, you know what, God, let me put you first. Let me continue to put you first in my life, because maybe the shaking up is, God, I'm making you busier, I'm giving you all this, but at the same time, I need you to start identifying the things that happened to you as a child, so you can see if you're passing it down, to see if, you know, anything around you is influencing them, Even though I'm not with my son, pray over your son, talk to your son, like just do things and protect what you love. The relationship that you know that's weak right now, protect it. Don't share it. Like whatever God is doing in your life, like in this season right now with families and marriages and relationships, like ask God, is this really it? And if you're shaking it up, God, what are you trying to teach me? What are you trying to show me? Because this is a season where God is trying to elevate you, but the wrong people cannot be around you. And the shaking up isn't a bad thing. It's not punishment. It's just like, no, you're choosing to follow me, so therefore you cannot be in this crowd or this environment anymore. Listen, if your children want to go haywire, let them go haywire. But you stay grounded in me, because while they're doing what they're doing, what will your reaction be? Will you be like Mary, or will you be like Martha? Martha going, like, what they da. And if you're in a state of complaining, maybe that's like what God is trying to show you too. Instead of yelling at the situation, God, I need to be like Mary. So God, continue to work in us, purge things out of us, show us what you are doing in this season, because protecting our family is definitely one of them. Because if anything is out of order, guess what? God is going to slow you down. God is going to get your attention. You have to be paying attention.